Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now.
It's the ArpCast. It's a Friday program. It's the big Friday program. I love the Friday program. I stop banging on the desk because apparently it makes a lot of noise. It is the Friday program. It's the end of the week. It's the last business day of the quarter. I remember growing up, it was like triple witching. I don't know what that is like. Something was happening in the marketplace. But this I don't even know what that means. Last day of the quarter, profits and revenue, that's what's going to be on people's minds for like the next, billion years. Profits and revenue reports are going to be coming out and be fast and furious for like the next 45 days. Political and economic and social upheaval, craziness going on, highs and lows, ebb and flow. But this is the world, right? This is the world. We see it. We live it. Who really cares about that stuff? We do what we've got to do. Our obligation to our family, our community, to ourselves, to our companies. That's what's important, right? That's where it's at. It's a long week. It was hot. It's like it's September. It should be cooling off. It's not. It's wet, raining like crazy, like mad. Mad rain. Have you ever seen mad rain? It's something to witness. Mad rain. Which made it muggy. Gross. Slimy. That's what it was. It was slimy. It was a slimy week. But it was a productive week. It wasn't a perfect week. I can't say that. And I'm sure that... That'll be that. I'll just stop there. But it was a good week. Many data points along the way. Much to learn from. Much to take away. So those lessons learned. How could we do things better? How could we do things different? And how could we do more of something or less of something? So a lot of lessons carried forward for me as a husband, a father, as a leader, as a manager, and as an employee. And a citizen of the world, right? We're all citizens of the world. But man, a lot of data, a lot of information going on. So that brings me to the topic for the Friday program here on September 28, 2018, the ArpCast. We're here. 2 more days, quarter's over. 163 zettabytes. So I put that zetta, Z-E-T-T-A, zettabytes. 1 zettabyte, according to something I found on the internet, that's always right, is 1 trillion gigabytes. What's that? Mic drop? Yeah, trillion gigabytes. The world's data store by 2025, according to this fantastic source on the internet, 163 zettabytes. We're adding 16.3 zettabytes per year. Just take that in. So, music downloads and movies we watch and data we transfer and just all text we send, and we're just buying and moving and watching and downloading and sending. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But what's really important, right? That's what we always ask ourselves, and we don't always ask ourselves, but we should. What's important? Right? There's all this stuff out there, all this stuff we're trying to absorb, and we think somehow that's going to make us, that's going to enrich our lives, right? And it does. There's wonderful things about the time in which we live that just other epochs, other eras didn't have. right? And we didn't have something that was wonderful and had luster from those times. And we're obviously not going to live forever, so we'll miss out on whatever's going to come after us. But we've been busy. We have been busy, and we are busy. Frenetic, right? And I think that's been kind of a theme through the week, and that term has come up several times, the term frenetic. We are frenetic. So we are data manufacturing points. We're gold mines. They want to, stick a chip in us, draw blood. If they could draw blood all day long from us and somehow feed us like mango pulp or something, and strengthen us again, just to draw the blood, just to know what's going on in our bodies and our brains. They, being whatever entity they is, would do that all day long because they want to know. They can't stand not knowing what's going on. But what it really boils down to is, what are your requirements for a good life, a happy life, right? So I've modified something I learned in a class. So there are 3 elements here. And I guess we kind of do this subconsciously, but this rubric's an interesting one that I picked up from PMI, Project Management Institute, and some learning that I'm doing. And it modified it just a bit. And so they talk about data as it relates to how do you gather requirements for whatever you're trying to put together. So let's think about it in the context of the requirements for your life. Right? What is it that you want out of life? So you've got to get the data, right? Scour, research, find out whether it's a job, whether it's a vacation, whatever it is. You've got to group the data. So now we're going from just raw data and stuff that we're bringing in, and then we're going to group it, and in their term it's organized, but I like what I'm about to present here because it sounds good, frankly. It's easy to remember. You group it. You group the information to make sense of it all. So that's kind of the analysis phase. Raw data, going to group it, analyze it, make it into information. And then you're going to go. You're going to make a decision. You're going to do something. And as you know, I just finished reading it, actually, Good to Great. Jim Collins talks about disciplined action. So we're going to go. So we're going to get it. We're going to group it. Then we're going to make a decision, and we're going to go. Get, group, go. That's the title for tonight. It's real simple. Get the data, group it, analyze it, get it into some, and it doesn't have to be crazy analysis, right? We have gone overboard on what we're trying to analyze. It's amazing. Thinking that we can solve it all, predict it all, predictive analytics, and blah, blah, blah. And look, we work, and we have our obligation to do our work. Get it, group it, make a decision, go. Get, group, go, right? Just a simple rubric. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. So it's simple. It talks about your purpose, right? So really, when I say, what is it that you want to do? What are your requirements? Your requirements about what is it that's going to get you to fulfilling your purpose? That's the mystique here. That's what we're all, consciously or subconsciously, that's what we're all chasing. I really believe that. Your purpose and what makes you happy, gives you peace. And then what's meaningful? Right? What gives you meaning at the end of the day? Got to get it, got to group it, got to make a decision and go. It's really what it's about, I think. Real simple. There's a lot of other things, but that's for next time. Have a great weekend, everyone. Well, kids, you know who this is. It's ARP, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.